So the Simpsons decided to kill off Marge Simpson on the season finale of their show. And while the death was only temporary, it brings up a good idea. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to end The Simpsons. But first, please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. Yes, The Simpsons have been on Fox now for over 36 seasons. That's insanely long. For reference, during those 36 years, we are now in our third set of wars in the Middle East. The Simpsons started out as one of the go-to sketches in the Tracy Ullman Show, and it was received so well they gave it its own 30-minute time slot. And they have been a staple now for Fox for over 36 years. That's longer than anything. When the show first came out, it was that and Married with Children were the only two shows that were actually getting decent ratings on Fox. And honestly, for the last 36 years, it's one of the only shows that has been guaranteed to have decent ratings for Fox. Yeah, they had things like American Idol and a few other major TV shows, but for the longest time, Fox was ranked 4 out of 4 for all 4 major television networks. But they had things like Simpsons, things like Family Guy, and King of the Hill at least gave them a win on Sunday evenings. So for 36 years, they've had this show go on, and on, and on. Maude Flanders herself must have died like 28 years ago. Let's just be clear, I'm not saying The Simpsons is bad. It's the longest running 30-minute show of all time, and I really, truly hope no show ever beats it, because it outlived its welcome. It outlived its welcome like 25 years ago. Maybe that's just me, but right around 2000, The Simpsons kind of became crap. At the point when The Simpsons were pulling out cell phones, it kind of lost me. I'm very nostalgic for The Simpsons in the 90s. When they were just having analog TV in their living room, they weren't playing on their cell phones or their computers. I don't want them to be living with technology like we are. I want them to be stuck in the 90s where they should have stayed. The show should have ended somewhere between season 10 and season 15. But even if they ended on season 15, that would have been 21 years ago. The show just keeps going, and it hasn't been all that great. The fact that they have to do these things where they're going to kill off a main character, they've been doing that now every few years since the second Clinton administration. The show just keeps going, and there's always the reference, Simpsons did it, Simpsons did it. Well, of course they did. They have like 2 million episodes. Simpsons just keeps going, and not in a good way. They just keep having episodes. The idea of 36 seasons with 22 episodes a season, let's be honest, it can't stay fresh. And that's one of the things that they did with Seinfeld. They offered Jerry almost $100 million to film another season, but he wanted to go out on top. And he did go out on top in the late 90s. That was almost 28 years ago when Seinfeld ended. And you know what? Simpsons was on the whole time. But they decided to keep going. And you know what? Fox wants a guaranteed show on Sunday nights, and they know people are going to turn it on for their kids. There are people that have grandkids now that were watching it as teenagers when it first came out. The show has been on for too long. It's dry, it's boring. I don't actually know anyone who would sit down and choose to watch The Simpsons, at least the newer seasons. I wouldn't even watch that if I was stuck in a hotel room. It just seems weird. It's too HD. Simpsons should not be in HD. It should be in like 480p. The idea that I could watch Simpsons in 4K is actually disgusting. I don't know who's even watching it. I really don't. I've never met anyone who said they were choosing to watch The Simpsons and they were saying that seriously in the last 25 years. And when shows go on too long, it ends up ruining the entire series. The idea is that you can't just talk about seasons 1 through 12 anymore. You have to talk about it in its entirety. And in its entirety, it has a lot of bad episodes. Anything would. That's like the equivalent of an episode a day for the last 3 years. I'm sure you've had a few bad days in the last 3 years. But if you only talked about an episode a day for like 6 months, you might be able to have 6 solid months in a row. But it just has gone on for too long. And they just need to end it. Just put on the reruns on Disney Plus and call it a day. The Simpsons do need to end soon, because if not, they'll be actually talking about the real death of the actress who played Marge Simpson, or the man who voiced Homer, because they have been voicing these characters now for 36 years.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.